Hi, I'm Mark Cooper, Director of Grey Malkin Consulting, and here's our 7-day criminal justice roundup. It certainly wasn't a quiet week this week in terms of criminal justice announcements, from the spending review to the launch of the new police recruitment campaign. On Wednesday the 4th of September, the Treasury announced the spending review for 2020 to 2021. In terms of criminal justice announcements, the key issues were an extra $750 million for policing to begin delivery of the government's commitment to recruit 20,000 additional police officers by 2023. Up to 6,000 officers are expected to be in place by the end of 2020-2021. In addition, the government is spending £45 million in 2019 to 2020 to kickstart recruitment, bringing in an additional 2,000 officers this year. Increasing the budget for counter-terrorism policing in line with inflation, including continuing the additional $160 million announcement at Budget 2018, which maintains current counter-terrorism capability and protects officer numbers. Funding to begin delivery of the government's £2.5 billion commitment to create an additional 10,000 prison places, which forms an important part of the government's wider work to reduce crime, and $100 million to increase security in prisons through the introduction of more airport-style security scanners, mobile phone detectors and prevention technology. On Thursday the 5th of September, the Home Office launched the National Police Recruitment Campaign for an additional 20,000 officers, which was announced in the previous day's spending review. Launching the announcement, Martin Hewitt, the chair of the National Police Chiefs Council, said, "Today's recruitment campaign launch and the government funding to deliver it represents a significant opportunity for policing. This net increase in officers will help us provide a better service to the public, reduce crime and ease the unprecedented pressure on our people. It will also help us to accelerate our plans to improve diversity in policing." Katie Bourne OBE, the chair of the National Association of Police and Crime Commissioners, said, "This is a huge opportunity for policing to deliver on behalf of all our communities. We will work to ensure the successful recruitment of these officers over the next 3 years." A National Policing Board chaired by the Home Secretary, with representations from the MPCC, APCC and other policing leaders, has been set up to oversee the recruitment of the 20,000 police officers. Also on the 5th of September, the IOPC published its annual report on deaths in custody. The report showed that there were 16 deaths in or following police custody, a decrease of 7 from a 10-year high in 2017-18 and in line with the average figure for the last decade. No deaths took place within a police custody suite. 6 people died in hospital after becoming unwell in a police cell, and 6 people were taken ill at the scene of arrest and died in hospital. There were 3 fatal police shootings compared to 4 fatalities last year, and there were 63 apparent suicides following police custody, a small increase on the previous year. Mental health and links to drug and alcohol were also common factors amongst those who had died. 10 of the 16 people who died in or following police custody had mental health concerns, and 13 had links to drug and or alcohol. Over half, 90, of those who died following other police contact were reported to be intoxicated with drugs and or alcohol at the time of the incident, or it featured heavily in their lifestyle. Over 2/3, 104, were reported to have had mental health concerns. Also, on the 5th of September, the Home Office published the Crimes Against Business report. As in previous years, the Commercial Victimisation Survey found that wholesale and retail sector experienced the highest level of crime of all sectors covered in the 2018 survey, with 10.1 million incidents of crime. While individual year-on-year changes had not been statistically significant, there had been a general upward trend in the crime rate in this sector since the 2015 survey. Finally, on Thursday the 5th of September, the Home Office published the Operation of Police Powers under the Terrorism Act 2000. The report showed that there were 266 arrests for terrorism-related activity in the year ending 30th of June 2019, a decrease of 25% compared with 354 arrests the previous year. Of the 266 arrests for terrorist-related activity, 104 were either released under bail pending further investigation or released under investigation. 86 resulted in a charge, of which 63 were for terrorism-related offences. 60 people were released without charge. 14 faced alternative action, and 2 cases were pending an outcome. Okay, that's all for this week. I'll do a separate video later on the PM's visit to West Yorkshire Police that happened on Friday. But for now, if you'd like a copy of our newsletter, which has full information on all the stories that I've talked about today, then please get in touch with me via our contacts page at www.graymalkinconsulting.com and I'll get back to you. Thanks very much. Have a great week. Bye.